Last year's cyber attacks on Optus and Medibank left millions of Australians exposed when their personal information was leaked online. But it also exposed flaws in our laws and systems around responding to large-scale hacks. As we heard earlier, the federal government is introducing a cyber office to be led by a new coordinator for cybersecurity. For more on this, let's bring in cybersecurity expert Ben Aylett. Good afternoon, Ben.
Good afternoon.
What does today's announcement mean? I mean, how would it actually protect our personal information?
Well, it's just a step in the right direction. So we're at least recognising that we need to do better, and in order to do that, things have to change. We've got to get away from that she'll be right attitude that's been really just kicking our butt over the last few years, and especially just last year. It's been terrible.
Does having this cyber office go far enough? Could it help achieve that? Or do we actually need new laws to keep people's data safe?
See, it's a start. So we'll have a central coordination point, which is very important when it comes to dealing with any sort of crisis, no matter what flavour it is. So, we've got our National Bushfire Crisis Centre. We've got all sorts of coordination on a national level. So it's about time we have the same thing for cybersecurity, which has got the potential to wreak massive havoc on critical infrastructure, which really needs to be identified and locked down. And then is this enough? I mean, the laws will be following after this. So we really need to strengthen the penalties against businesses that don't do the right thing with our own personal information.
But as you said, it is also a personal mindset, that she'll be right attitude. So perhaps a law would govern us to be tighter with our cybersecurity.
Exactly, and this is something that we can do to build a culture like we've done with occupational health and safety through the 80s and 90s. We developed a good culture around our own personal health and safety. We can do the same thing with cybersecurity. It just means we've got to develop that mindset, and we've got to develop that culture. All
right, so what can we do on a personal level then to better protect ourselves? And why do we just continue to ignore these pleas? I mean, I know you said it's that she'll be right attitude, but at the end of the day, it's our data that's at risk.
Yeah. Look, there's a lot of things that can be done, and I think that's part of the problem, is that there is so much that needs to be done in order to improve our cybersecurity. The thing is, cybersecurity is not a one-and-done proposition. You don't just put in a box or load a program and that's it. It's a journey, and so you've got to learn a little bit along the way. So you can start with simple things like making sure your passwords are nice and secure, and that's more of like the cybersecurity side of things. When it comes to privacy and other information, I'm starting to think that maybe we should be pushing back on the companies. When they ask for certain information, they've got to either prove to us that they can be trusted with it, or we should be able to exercise the right to say, we're not going to give you that information.
Indeed, because they do ask for a lot of personal stuff. We're going to have to leave it there for now. Thank you very much for your tips, Ben.
Anytime.